Hey guys, welcome to Omoya Cooks YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making authentic Edikangikong soup. Guys, this is a native soup eaten by Cross River and Calabar. It is so delicious. Trust me, as always, to always put my spin on it. Now let's get cooking. Now I have my pot on heat and here I have goat meat. Yes, I'm going to be using goat meat for this recipe. And guys, you're going to pour that into your pot. Make sure it is properly cleaned, right? Followed by this is cow skin, which we popularly call ponmo in Nigeria. It has been washed and cleaned. Usually it has some dirt on it, so you want to make sure you clean it properly using either a sharp knife or a spoon. Now I'm also going to be adding onions. Some people do not add onions while making this. However, I love the aroma and the taste that onion gives my soup, so I'm going to be using that in boiling my meat. Now here is yellow pepper. I'm also going to chop that nicely and then add that to this mix. Now notice I haven't added any water yet. I won't be adding water just yet. Now I'm going to put in my bouillon cubes or seasoning cube as we call it here, and then I'm going to add some Cameroon pepper. I just love the flavor that Cameroon pepper gives my food, so whenever I'm making a native soup I always love to use it. Now I'm going to stir that together. Now this is cooking on low heat, right? And you would notice already some water in that pot, and all of this juice came from the beef, right, from the goat's meat. Now you're going to cover that up and make sure you cook on low heat. Now this particular pot is aluminium, right, so it actually burns very quickly, so you want to really pay attention if you're using this pot, otherwise you don't want to worry yourself at all. Now after about 15 minutes I added some water because I want the meat to get really juicy and soft. Plus we have cow skin and I want all of that to be really juicy and soft, right? Now that I have my water reduced, right, I'm also going to check the meat to see that it is actually really soft, right? And that's why I'm stirring everything together. At this point, the goat meat and the ponmo is almost ready, and I'm going to be adding in my smoked catfish here. Now this catfish has been cleaned. It doesn't have any sand or dirt on it, right? And next I'm putting in my native secret spice. This is a blend of lovely crayfish, prawns, uziza seeds. So you see why I add my twist, right? Now it also has some fish powder, which everything is combined into that blend that you saw me adding earlier. Now I'm going to stir this together because I want to make all the proteins really soft, right? This is my personal preference. If you don't, you can decide to go over to the next step. However, I want the fish to also have some of the juice from the goat meat so that all the flavors begin to interact. Please, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I'm going to be dropping weekly videos that are detailed and you're going to love everything I put out, right? Now next up I'm going to put in my chopped peppers. This is a blend of yellow pepper and red pepper. It is quite hot, so you want to be careful if you do not like heat. Next up is my palm oil. This is also going to be going in. One fun fact, if you don't already know, is that palm oil actually reduces the heat of your peppers, right? So don't worry about me putting this much peppers. The palm oil took care of a lot of that heat. Now I'm going to stir it together. Notice the water level has drastically gone down. Now what we have is the palm oil, some sort of frying the meat and the fish and the ponmo, almost like a stir fry going on, which is one of the things I know the authentic Edikangikong soup is very familiar with, right? So don't worry about the water, just keep on going. Now at this point I'm going to add the remaining native secret spice. The aroma is so divine. Next up, I'm going to be add some deshelled periwinkle. This is also a banger. So guys, I'm going to add that into the pot. I'm adding some fish. Guys, this is the richest Edikangikong recipe because you're going to have a lot of flavors coming in from all of that. This is smoked hake, right? We also call it panla fish in Lagos, Nigeria. So whatever protein you have, if you have turkey, if you have chicken, put all of that in. Once again, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, so you can always see all my notifications, right? And also turn your notifications on, right? Okay, so now you're going to stir everything together and allow that to cook for a bit. I allow this to cook for about 10 minutes on low heat, right? And afterwards you want to stir it properly. Make sure none is sticking to the bottom so that all the ingredients can go around. Now I'm putting in my sliced washed ugu leaves, what we also call pumpkin, right? If you're outside Nigeria and you cannot have access to this, you can also substitute with kale, right? Now I'm putting in my ugu leaf. Now traditionally 2 leaves are used for Edikangikong recipe, the ugu leaf and the water leaf. Now the ratio of the ugu leaves to the water leaf should be 2:1, which is that you should have your ugu leaf twice the size or the portion of your water leaf. Now I always like to put mine in bits, so I put it in earlier. I want to stir all of this together, and shortly afterwards you're going to notice I'm going to add more ugu leaves, right? So that is how I love to layer, so it makes it easy to stir and I don't have any parts left out, right? So I have my ugu leaf going in. I'm going to stir everything once again together. Once again, please, this has to be on low heat. Nothing should burn at this point, right? And now that it is all in, I'm now putting in my water leaf. I allowed the ugu leaf to cook for at least 2 minutes before putting in the water leaf. That's because ugu leaf takes longer to get ready before you put in the water leaf that takes just a few minutes, right? And remember that this is vegetables, so they shouldn't cook for too long. That's why the sauce had to be made ready. It tastes really good before you begin to put in your vegetables. Once again, just look at that. No water was added, yet the water leaf made it look as if more water was added, and I didn't use water at all, right? So guys, you want to make sure to trust the process and do not add water. Cook on low heat and you're good to go. At this point, I had to turn off the heat because it is good and ready. And guys, this is what we have. Our amazing, delicious, authentic Edikangikong recipe is ready. Add your salt to taste. If you feel like adding more seasoning cube, make sure you taste before you do. But guys, this is so good. Now let me know if you're going to be trying it out, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Many more amazing mouth-watering recipes will be just on this page. Okay, bye.